Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails to Azure Part 26. In the previous video we kicked off the final day of the West Zemuria Trade Conference and it is underway. We're doing our security patrols. We pretty much patrolled everywhere and we're going to return to talk to Dudley. Ah, there you all are. Have you seen anything amiss? No, not yet. You're able to assess the security of the entire tower on this monitor? Right, we've access to every critical area in the tower in real time. That includes the conference room, of course. Thankfully, the building is equipped with the most advanced security system on the continent. Starting with the IBC and Orbital stores, many buildings are starting to use security cameras. I've never seen this many in one place, however. Not doing it justice, I never thought I'd see something so high-tech. I wouldn't be surprised to see them eventually used to survey areas outside of the city. The CGF days could be numbered, Noel. I wouldn't say that, and I don't think it'll ever be that simple. How widespread they become will depend on the public's acceptance. Yes, I agree. For now, view them as a welcome convenience for this assignment. With their help, we may be able to stop a potential terrorist plot before it happens. Until we have to keep our eyes sharp and not overlook even the smallest details in security. Remember to report anything suspicious you find immediately. Understood. Dudley, I've talked to everyone. Dudley.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Alright, now go do it again.
この調子でもう一度見て回るとしようぜ。
そうね。会議の方はどうなっているのかしら。
そうだな。市長や議長が頑張っているとは思うけど。
問題は鉄血宰相にロックスミス大統領ですか。
まあ、休憩時間になったら誰かに聞けばいいんじゃない？
Same day, 3:05 p.m. Okay, so the first half is over. The trade conference finally reached its halfway point, but before the intermission officially began, the heads of the state gave a brief press conference for the media. Meanwhile, Lloyd and the others took the opportunity to speak with Mr. Grimwood, who started his break ahead of the others. Damn right we did, and don't forget about it.
この場にいてくれるだけでも私としては非常に心強いよ。
そう言っていただけると。
ありがたいっすね。
それで先生、会議の方はどうなんですか?
Shit's crazy, dude. The prince got up and was playing his lute. It was really weird. He's talking about love and peace.
ああ、今のところは順調だよ。いくつかの通商協定には各国の同意も得られたし、ディーター市長の呼びかけも無駄にならなかったようだね。
そうですか。ちょっと安心ですね。
しかし、今のところってことは何か懸念でもあるのかな?
Yeah, that's probably when the Rocksmith and Chancellor are gonna play their hands, I would assume.
そうなんですか。
オブザーバーである私の口から言うのもなんだが、前半は貿易や金融などの経済的な議案がほとんどだったんだ。しかし会議の後半は各国首脳から定義される議案、しかもどうやらクロスベルの安全保障に関する話が出るらしい。
Hello, thank you for seeing the Erebonian address. Our address is simple. Every country just join our country and that's it. The end. See ya.
それは
安全保障ってことは軍事の話も入るってことか。
でも2年前に締結された不戦条約もありますよね。
I mean, at the end of the day, it's only a piece of paper.
あれはリベールの女王陛下が当時のクロスベルの危機的状況を抑えるために提案したものだ。レミフェリアは関わっていないし、何よりクロスベルそのものが不戦条約には関わっていない。その意味でそれとは別の新たな安全保障の枠組みが求められているのは確かでね。
確かにそれは祖父も懸念していました。ならクロスベルを交えた新たな条約を結べばいいのでは。
そうですよ。不戦条約と同じ国家間の争いを武力で解決するのを禁止するような枠組みを。
そうか。クロスベルは国家じゃない、帝国と共和国によって承認された自治州でしかない。
Ah, okay.
そう。それはつまり国際条約を締結できるような国家主権を持っていないということだ。経済的な協定は結べても対等な立場での条約は結べない。それが結果的にこの地の安全保障をひどく危うくさせてしまっているわけだ。
ややこしいがなんとなく分かってきたぜ。
すみません。ちょっといいですか。クロスベル以外にも自治州というのはあります。レマン自治州、オレド自治州、ノーザンブリア自治州。それらの自治州も同じように国際条約は結べないのですか？
いや、
Good
そん
question.
なこと
Okay.
はない。
Kind of expected that a little bit.
確かにそれらの自治州もそれぞれの歴史的事情によって国家としては成立していないが、宗主国から移譲される形で同等の主権が認められている。
宗主国。
それらの自治州が決定的にクロスベルと異なる点、それは成立を承認したのがアルテリア王国ということなの。
Maybe we shouldn't have pissed the church off after all.
アルテリア報告というと七王教会の総本山だったっけ？
ええ、国土は小さいけど宗教的な権威は持っているから、自治州や自由都市の多くはあそこに頼って成立しているの。
だがクロスベルは帝国と共和国に承認されて成立する自治州、いわば宗主国を2つも持っている形になっているんだ。
ええ、そしてそれが歴史的に様々なねじれと悲劇を生んだ。クロスベルに少しでも主権が認められればもう少し状況は変わるのでしょうけど、それを二大国が認めることは永遠にありえないでしょうね。
そんな、ため息が出てしまいますね。
話を戻すが、どうやら宰相と大統領はそれぞれ安全保障に関する提案があるらしい。無論それは対等な条約を各国が結ぶというものではない。今頃議長や市長たちは警戒を強めているところだろうね。すまない、不安にさせてしまったようだな。まあマクダエル議長などはこのような状況は慣れっこだろう。それにディーター市長の方は何やら策があるようでね。
策ですか？
それはどういう？
いや、詳しい話は私も聞いていないんだが。
Oh no.
失礼します。特務支援課ロイド・バニングスです。
バニングス、こちらは
Okay, it's not terrorists yet.
首脳たちは36階に引き上げたが、お前たちはどこにいる？
はい、34階の休憩室ですが、何かありましたか？
実はオズボーン宰相とロックスミス大統領からそれぞれ申し入れがあった。休憩時間中、お前たちと直接話がしてみたいそうだ。
That's kind of surprising. Rocksmith in particular. Like Osborne I kind of get, because that kind of seems like something he would do, and plus I assume Lecter's like probably told him about us. I guess maybe Kalika has told Rocksmith about us.
相手が相手だ。さすがに断ることもできん。休憩時間中に36階にある両首脳の部屋を訪ねるがいい。
I mean, it does sound like fun.
左翼の採用が大統領、右翼の採用が宰相の部屋だ。
待ってください。一体何がどうして？さすがに荷が重すぎますよ。
甘えるな、バニングス。
Lloyd the politician is logging online.
両者の思惑を伺えるまたとない機会だろうが。
わかりました。すぐに両首脳のところに向かいます。
いざという時はエリー城に頼れ。ビップ相手は慣れているはずだ。話が終わったら報告に来い。
了解です。
ロイド、今のは？
おいおい、不穏なことを言ってやがらなかったか？
Well, we're all about to become high-level politicians. Floyd explained to the others that both Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith have requested a private audience with them. Excuse me?
マジかい？
どうやら冗談ではなさそうですね。
いやはや、驚いたな。どうやら思っていた以上に特務支援課の名前は知れ渡っているようだ。
いや、両首脳のスタッフにそれぞれ知り合いがいるんです。
いや、
それで興味を持たれただけかもしれません。
なるほど。そいつはありそうだな。
だとしても断るわけにはいかないわね。
ああ、36階の左翼と右翼の採用の部屋だ。早速訪ねてみよう。
了解です。
イエスさん。
Being requested by the heads of state of both major powers is an important matter regardless of the reason why. I'm sure you're apprehensive, but you should take advantage of this chance. Being able to size up each man for yourself should be a valuable experience for you. I was thinking the same thing. We're on our way to see them now, so excuse us, Mr. Grimwood. Can we pop by and visit our other friends first? Who maybe won't be as, you know, confrontational? I'm not sure where Vice Commissioner Pierre went. He's been gone for a while. Maybe he went to the security command room? You know, we'll keep him waiting, you know? Build up, the tension. How are you and your men faring, Captain Grant? Just fine. Everyone is on standby and instructed to be on high alert. They're used to being ready for an emergency at any moment. I suppose they would be. That's reassuring. Let's go over how the force will be deployed in the second half of the conference. Halfway through the conference, everything is normal. Okay. What are you doing here? You should visit the Chancellor and the President while there's still time. You know what? It's all about, you know, this is diplomatic dominance, okay? We show that we don't think they're even that important by showing up late. We'll talk to Oliver and Chloe first if possible. Actually, we'll talk with everyone else first and keep them last, just to show that we don't respect them. No sign from Red Constellation or Hey You. Our forces have been scouring the premises for hours. You haven't seen any sign of the terrorists. So I mean, if we were to assume that, like, make an assumption that maybe the terrorist is like a red herring, what would that, like, maybe the terrorists are a distraction? That could be a possibility. Because Red Constellation and Hey You not making any moves is a little odd. It almost makes it sound like they don't expect anything to happen. That's right, all nations agreed to that issue as well. Head that forward to our main office. Looks like he's making a call on his Enigma. Most likely his colleagues outside the tower. I guess his job is to give a little play-by-play to them of what's happening during the conference. Sounds like a rough job. Boring, too. It's unusual for two major powers to be compromising on proposals made by Crossbell State. Granted, the two have a vested interest in seeing the state prosper, but it's still surprising. I'm amazed how many agreements have been reached regarding the continent's economy. This could be the influence of Major Croyce doubling as the CEO of the IBC. I don't think it's a stretch to say that economic development is the key to the continent enjoying peace. Hey Lloyd and gang, how's security work going? Good? For now anyway. What about you? Getting all the coverage you need? Not too shabby, we got a decent amount of access. I might write a genuinely positive article for once. All I need is access to a little bit more juicy stuff and the public will eat it up. I don't like what you're implying. Grace, please don't make our jobs any harder by sneaking in somewhere you're not supposed to be. I won't. I was gonna make Reigns do that. I mean, I promise we will not break any rules. Just pretend like I'm not even here. Don't worry about it. And if you see anyone that looks at me, just assume it's a ghost. I'm even more worried now, as am I. How many times will you tell you? The press is not allowed past here. Isn't the intermission right now, though? Can't you just, you know, like, somehow... We promise you only want to take photos. They won't even know we're there. That's right, I can't let Grace down. Please let us through. Persistent as ever. Good luck trying to tell a reporter where they can and can't go. Well, as long as someone's trying to physically force their way through, they're not breaking any rules. I guess so. This is all just part of being a member of the press, right? Maybe, but it is inconvenient for us. So much for using the elevators. Well, I wasn't going to try and use the elevators. I just was wondering what was going on. It's not possible to get past them. Okay. They want us to take the stairs. Anything going to happen on the stairs? Ah, is that Arios and Kalika? believe so. Look at that. I assumed Kalika was going to be with Rocksmith. It's been almost a year since you left the guild. Have you adjusted well to your new job? More or less. I've gotten used to working much harder than I did when I was with the guild. So it seems. And how has Shizuku been? As cheerful as ever, though her hearing is almost too good sometimes. I've been blessed to see her more often recently, too. To laugh with her, too. That's good to hear. It's already been 5 years since Saya's passing, hasn't it? 6 years since we first met. That's right, 6 years. You and Saya met completely by chance when you came to Crossbell while wandering the continent. She insisted you stay with our family while in town, no matter how much you tried to refuse, didn't she? I never expected to see you working for the guild in Librel 3 years later. God just works in mysterious ways. You never know how connections between people may turn out. I'll never forget the hospitality the two of you showed me back then. I only regret that I was unable to return the favor to her. Don't dwell on it. The fact you remember to this day would be more than enough for Saya. Those two knew each other back before they met through the guild. So it would seem, but I think it would be rude to listen any further. We should leave before we interrupt them. Just a nugget. Just remembered Estelle and Joshua. I mean, come on, and you can't fault me for it. I just remembered Estelle and Joshua wanted to see you when you came in earlier this year. They were disappointed to miss you when they heard that you had lunch with Lynn during the anniversary festival. Were they? It wasn't my intention to give them the cold shoulder. If time permitted, I wouldn't have minded catching up with them. I have, however, heard plenty about their achievements while they were in Crossbell. It's amazing to think those two are the same two rookies that came through my branch's doors 2 years ago. They were invaluable to us while they were here. I should have expected as much from the pair that were raised by Cassius. Look forward to seeing them grow even more. That's right, Kalika... We're just slowly creeping. That's right, Kalika used to be a bracelet guild receptionist in Librel. That explains how she knows Estelle and Joshua. Small world, isn't it? It's impossible to predict where people will meet or how they'll become connected. You've also been keeping contact with Zen. You could say that. We rarely got the chance to meet anymore, positions being what they are. We eavesdropped enough for— oh, come on. Just a little bit. Okay. That was fun. Also kind of interesting. Little bit of lore there. There we go. It's up to me to give all the attendees a clean room so they can feel comfortable in the second half of the conference. Vice Commissioner looks so apprehensive standing there. I wonder what's on his mind. Don't worry, I won't bother him. I'm worried, that's all. Alright, now to straighten out this microphone. It makes me a little nervous thinking that some of the most powerful people on the continent were sitting here minutes ago. Now, if I just take a sweat sample. I suppose it's a nice view. There's absolutely no way terrorists will be flying in these skies. Absurd, there's simply no way that could happen. Don't sound very convincing. And it's exhilarating to think that the Julia Shores is standing here in this spot just a few minutes ago. It's making me want to scream. I saw Mr. McLean and President Rocksmith's aide speaking to one another. They seem acquainted. I wonder what their relationship is. Oh. What do you know? The elevator's arrived. How about that? Please, after you. No, I couldn't. You go ahead. It's quite alright, I promise. I'm in no particular hurry. I insist you were here first. What's up, Lloyd? Look at those two soldiers by the elevator. Are they trying to negotiate who rides the elevator first? This is kind of awkward to watch. Look at them go, like an awkward couple on an anniversary festival date. You not necessarily have to use the elevator, you know? Right. Okay, they're having a bit of a moment. Alright. Lloyd, did we talk to you? No terrorist activity has been detected as of yet. I'd like to believe our security has been airtight. However, I know we can't get ahead of ourselves. Lucy, who's Lucy? Is Lucy one of the... I assume she's one of the student council people.
この前レミフェリアに出張した時にばったりとな。なんとか逃げようとしたんだが、うんずかばっちまったよ。何発殴られたと思う？
He deserves them.
一発も。
代わりにしがみつかれて泣かれてしまったんじゃないですか？
ね。
ルーシー先輩の気持ちはわかりますから。
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember her.
多分先輩が普段どれだけ危険なことをしているのか。
She was
気
one
づ
of
い
the
たんじゃない
ones
かと
that
思
only
います。
shows up in the side story, right? Like they had graduated before you actually meet Chloe.
女ってのはたまに恐ろしく鋭くなるからな。やりにくくて仕方ねえぜ。
自業自得ですね。懐かしいな。レオ先輩とも会っていませんし、いずれ同窓会とかしたいですよね。先輩、そこはおお見知らぬあたりでパーッと豪勢にやるかとか。
一本取られたな。約束はできんが、ま、努力はしてみるさ。期待しないで待っててくれ。
わかりました。楽しみに待っています。それでは私はこれで。
ああ、ジークのやつにもよろしく言っといてくれ。やれやれ、ほんと成長してやがんな。さすがは次期女王陛下。あんた
What?
らもそう思う。
We're not eavesdropping. What are you talking about?
気づかれてたか。
すみません。立ち聞きするつもりはなかったんですが。
つい聞こえてしまって。
Yeah, yeah, good excuse, Ellie.
でもエリーさん、すごく興味津々でしたね。
ティオちゃん。
いや、でも気になるぜ。一国のお姫様相手にずいぶんお安くないじゃねえの。
Well, they used to hang out on the roof.
ああ、学校の後輩ってだけだ。と言っても日曜学校じゃなくてジェニス王立学園ってところだが。
ジェニス王立学園、確かリベールにある有名な高等学校だったかな。
ええ、確かに留学生も多く受け入れているけど。
それじゃあ国費で留学されていたんですか？
Why do you have to mention that it's taxpayer
い
money?
や、ポケットマネーさ。ギリアスのおっさんのな。そんじゃ俺もこれで失礼させてもらうぜ。ああ、そういやあんたらタヌキどもに呼ばれてるんだってな。
Maybe.
どちらも一筋縄じゃいかないからせいぜい気をつけとけよ。
あ、
I guess it would make sense. I guess he's met with Rocksmith as like a surrogate for Osborne a few
相
times.
変わらず
They said they've never met directly before.
リベールの次期女王の先輩にあたる情報将校か。ますます興味深いね。
いずれにしても彼が鉄血宰相の配下として動いているのは何を狙っているのか見極める必要がありそうだな。
Alrighty. Neat little scene there. I saw Princess Claudia a few moments ago. I knew she'd be here, but I could hardly believe my eyes. Being so close to all these dignitaries is kind of amazing. I don't think I could live with the shame of letting them go down today. That's reason enough to stay sharp. This is the prince of his room, Lord Albert. Okay, we'll check out everyone, if possible. Right at deliberation, but I can still feel the fatigue from facing down Osborne and Rocksmith. That may be... Oh, God. My throat's been kind of, like, messed up today. That may be, however. Don't sell yourself short, your lordship. Your predecessor will be proud of how you've handled yourself. It's been 5 years since I ascended to the throne. Domestic order has finally been secured, but I have much learned as a statesman. Ah, I believe I know who these young people are. It's kind of weird that Lloyd is standing so close to you. Good afternoon, Special Support Section. Pardon our interruption. As I recall, you being added to today's security detail. It's my understanding that you once even saved Speaker McDowell's life. I trust we're in good hands. I think you may be expecting a little too much of us. Not at all. I share the sentiment that it's reassuring to have you here. We have the peace of mind to focus ourselves on the second half of the conference. About that. Do you expect things to become problematic, Grandfather? I do. Unlike the first half, I suspect the faults of Crossbell State will be put in the spotlight one after another. I imagine the major powers will be as demanding as ever. However, I'm also concerned about Dieter. During our latest diet session, he was enthusiastic to introduce radical ideas. Such drive comes with youth, and I do respect that enthusiasm. However, I'm worried what direction that could take us today. The radical idea of being an independent state? Wow, what a crazy guy. I hadn't thought about it that way. Mr. Grimwood alluded to Mayor Coyce having some kind of plan for the second half of the conference. I don't know the details myself, but I'm sure I'll bring it to the table sooner or later. The direction of the conference will determine whether this plan brings good or bad fortune, isn't that right, Speaker? Precisely. As a Speaker, I have a duty to be the Mayor's ally during the trade conference. I'm in a difficult position, but I'll do what I can to support Dieter. Good luck, Grandfather. I'll be rooting for you. Okay, gotta be wary. Well, maybe best case scenario, the terrorist attack, and we don't have to worry about that part of the conference. You're the SSS, correct? Princess Claudia instructed me to let you pass. Feel free to enter. Yay. There you are. Stuck. May I ask you something, Sieg? How do you think Grandfather would respond if she were here? Scree scree? I don't think she would say that, Sieg. You have a point. I can't help who I am. Oh, hello, SSS. Sorry for interrupting, Your Highness. Don't concern yourselves with it. I was merely thinking aloud. I'm glad you're here, to be honest. You are, Your Highness? Are you also ruminating over what could happen during the second half of the conference? There is that specifically, but I was thinking a tad broader. As Crown Princess, I have some knowledge in the area of diplomatic negotiations. To be a good negotiator, you need several skills, such as insight, judgment, and objectivity. The first half of the conference made me painfully aware that I still have room to grow in those areas. So that's what's bothering you. Give yourself some credit. Knowing where you can improve is half the battle. That's right, and you're still only as old as Lloyd, Ellie, and me, Your Highness. You're an inspiration if you ask me. You think so? That's very kind of you. Still, being timid in a room like that is unavoidable at this stage of my career. Kindness troubles won't wait for me to catch up in experience. I'll have to gain it slowly and take everything in stride as I do. That's a good way to approach it. Just don't forget to kick back and relax every now and then. Cut loose a little. Hire an escort. Like now, for example. It's your break time, isn't it? Ozzy, I swear to audience, if you're thinking of inviting her out for a drink right now, it's okay, Lloyd. I appreciate that. He doesn't feel the need to force formality. It's relaxing, actually. Now that I think about it, perhaps nostalgic is the better word. When I'm around with all of you, I feel like I'm speaking with Estelle, Joshua, and all our other friends. You do? That might be giving us too much credit. Not at all. It's also customary for friends to treat each other, so would you all care for some tea? Absolutely. No, we couldn't possibly. As much as I would love to, there's somewhere else we have to be. My apologies. I should have considered that. I won't keep you any longer. Please be careful today. Everyone, I'll be rooting for you. And rest assured that I'll be giving my second half of the conference my utmost. We'll be rooting for you too. Scree scree. So I'll focus on what's to come during the next part of the conference.
お待ちしていました。クロスベル警察特務支援課の方々ですね。
Yeah, that may be us.
はい。こちらが大統領閣下の。
ええ、あなた方が来たら通すように言われています。どうぞ中にお入りください。
What do you mean mind your manners? You mind your manners.
それでは
失礼します。大陸最大の国家の一つカルバードの首脳ですか。
さすがにちょいとばかり緊張してきたぜ。
It'll be interesting to see all Rocksmith talk.
失礼します。閣下、クロスベル警察特務支援課、お招きにより参上しました。
おお、よく来てくれたな。遠慮はいらんよ。さあ、座ってくれたまえ。
はい。
それではおこと。
Dibs on the chair.
いきなり驚いただろう。
A little.
いや、こんな時でもないと時間が取れんと思ったもんでな。忙しいだろうにすまんな。
いえ、そんな。
お気遣いいただき恐縮です。
確か君はマクダエル市長のお孫さんだったかな。確か前に祝賀会か何かでお目にかかったことはないかね。
はい、祖父の付き添いで共和国を訪ねた折にお目にかかっています。一昨年のことになりますね。
おお、確かにそうだった。
Okay, so that was pre-SSS Ellie.
しかしあのマクダエル市長が今は退かれて自治州議長とは。あのお年にしてあの情熱。まさに政治家の鏡というものだ。
祖父が聞いたらきっと喜ぶと思います。ところで閣下、今日はどのようなご用で？
君たちの話はキリカ君から聞いていたのでな。シュバルツオークションの顛末も痛快だったそうじゃないかね。こう言っちゃなんだが、前のハルトマンという議長は鼻持ちならない男だ。
Well, you got good taste at least,
その失
maybe.
脚のきっかけを作った功労者たちの顔ぶれは一度見ておきたかったんだ。
恐縮です。
ま
どっちかというと勝手に自滅しただけみたいっす。
He did have a pretty cool mansion though, gotta give him that.
そうですね。あんな教団と関わっていた時点で。
そうそう。それとその教団だ。
Now, I do think since we're the ones who took him down, shouldn't we have gotten his mansion? Just saying, isn't that like a, you know, rights of conquest and all that?
DG 教団。大陸各地で悪さをしていたが、最大の被害者は我が国でな。連中にとどめを刺してくれたことも改めて礼を言いたかったのだよ。
いえ、当然のことをしただけですから。それに自分たちの貢献などほんの些細なもので。
I mean, sure, yeah.
謙遜はやめたまえ。なんでも警備隊すら操られていた危機的状況だったそうじゃないか。そんな中、一人の少女を守って邪悪な教団に立ち向かった。
I don't like you mentioning protect a little girl.
いやいや、なかなかできる。
I feel like that's maybe a detail you shouldn't know.
いや、本当に恐縮です。
過分なお言葉、痛み入ります。
実際、あの事件が下手に転んだら大変なことになっていただろう。IBC も邪悪な教団に占拠され、国際貿易と金融がストップする。そうすれば共和国経済にも深刻なダメージだったに違いない。
Also, all the people who would have died, that would have kind of sucked.
それは。
そうなると、
Ooh.
君たちには勲章でも送らないと格好がつかんかもしれんな。よし、帰ったらすぐにでも豪勢なのを手配させてもらおう。
I mean, I don't know if you have the authority to give us medals, but we'll take them.
いや、ちょっとお待ちください。
We could sell them. We don't have to keep them.
自治州での事件なのに、共和国政府から勲章をもらうのは。
Sure, why not?
欲しいよな。
It happens every once in a while.
マクダエルのじい様からもすでに表彰状をもらってるし
な。何もおかしいことはない。
Yeah, and plus he's probably going to say something like, especially since we still consider Crossville part of Calvard.
クロスベルの問題はすなわち
Exactly.
宗主国である我が国の問題だからな。
閣下。
そんな顔をするもんじゃない。鉄血宰相にも呼ばれておるのだろう。もう少し話したいところだが、そろそろ行くといいだろう。ああ、勲章は必ず手配するから楽しみに待っててくれたまえよ。
お疲れ様でした。オズボーン宰相のお部屋は反対側になると思います。
I suppose we'll go talk to Osborne.
どうも。
わざわざありがとうございます。
いえ、それでは。
人当たりはいいけど、さすが大国のトップだね。とんでもない大狸じゃないか。
ワジ君、めったなこと言わないの。
でも結構露骨でしたよね。私たちを威圧するのが目的ではなさそうですが。
多分体裁を整えるのが目的だったんだと思うわ。共和国の大統領が教団事件の解決に貢献した私たちに勲章を送るという体裁が。
クロスペルの事件は自分たちにとっての事件、つまり宗主国としての領有権を改めて強調してきたのか。
We could have reaffirmed that he's wrong by hitting him with our tonfa.
大国のトップってのはやっぱりとんでもねえな。
まあ、自治州議会の議員とは明らかに格が違いそうだね。
最初の方はどんな話があるんでしょ
う。わからない。とにかく腹をくくっておこ
But
う。
first things first, we're gonna talk to my boy. I saw Princess. Oh, we already talked to you. That man is Major Muller Vandal from the Imperial Army, and that woman is Senior Captain Julia Schwartz, Commander of the Royal Guard and Livrel's Royal Army. What a treat to see two distinguished soldiers in the same place. Actually, they seem to be acquainted with one another. I wonder if they have some kind of history. Ah, good to see you again, SSS. Mind giving us a status report? Nothing to report for now. How about the two of you? Have you learned anything? Unfortunately not. Things have been quiet. Empire is exhausting all avenues as well. Their leads have come up from either the Reformist faction or the Noble faction. That's unfortunate. Honor from both major Imperial factions, eh? They seem like real peaches to work with. Yesterday, Prince Oliver mentioned the possibility of creating a third faction, didn't he? It's been on my mind ever since. If you wouldn't mind, Major, could you tell me more about what he intends? Good question, Ellie. Indeed, truth be told, his goal goes beyond simply remaining neutral. I'm not supposed to be saying much, but I don't think there's any harm in sharing a little bit with the SSS. I suppose, metaphorically, you could say the Prince is trying to clear some long-standing barriers. A few barriers in the way sounds all too familiar. Basically, there are irreconcilable differences between the Noble and Reformist factions, yet that's not stopping him. He's going to try to have the two come to terms anyway, as absurd as it is. Prince is trying to have the Reformist and Noble factions reconcile? I underestimated just how idealistic he is. Isn't the schism between those two as wide as Gorelia Canyon itself? Wazzy, don't be rude. He's absolutely right. Prince has been dancing with the monster for over a year now and isn't afraid to think outside the box. People have been saying much worse behind his back. They see him as a showy, debaucherous bastard prince whose only concern is his hobbies. Well, I mean, you know, that's maybe not incorrect. That's fine with me. I've decided to stand by him regardless. I think that's admirable. It's just as Princess Claudia said, the prince will always have an ally in Liberal, Major Muller. Not be always to intervene directly, but we can assist the two of you in any way we can. Thank you, Senior Captain. I'm truly grateful. The prince must truly be loved to have so many valuable allies. I don't know if I'd go that far, but there's no question he has an effect on people. Still, the best thing that could happen today would be this trade conference ending without incident. That's all I want. I'll be keen on you should the time come, Special Support Section. Ready? You talking about Lecter? Sounds like there's some history there. Best thing that could happen today is the trade conference passing without incident. Senior Captain Schwartz, I'd love to come into work every day if she were my boss. Wait, what the heck am I thinking? I gotta snap out of it. I'm way too relaxed for such an important post. The dignitaries all have commanding presences. I can't help but hold my breath every time they walk through here. Mayor in here?
あれが最初の部屋か。多分あそこを訪ねたら休憩他にやり残したことはないかな。
Yeah, I would like to talk to my boy, but first let's see if Dieter's in here. No Dieters? Good afternoon, everyone. If you're looking for Mayor Crow... Oh, okay, he's over there. Speaker McDowell, on the other hand, can be found in Prince Albert's room in the West Wing. I believe you're allowed to visit both rooms if you'd like to. We're halfway home. Now we have to survive the conference's second half. Oliver, my boy. I see we share the same hopes for the bright men and women that will be leading our homes someday. How do we do? What's special about them is their hearts and minds are a pure garden basking in the morning dew. That's why more and more of... hello, Special Support Section. Care to join in our chat? Sure, for not interrupting, that is. What were the two of you discussing? His Highness here happens to be on the board of directors at a prestigious military academy in Erebonia. This part of the talk is called foreshadowing. They were just discussing the finer details of his duties. Board of directors, those are like the people responsible for how the school is operated, yes? Got a lot on your plate, don't ya? It's only another one of my little schemes to get my name out there. I think the mayor here is doing far more than I am. Mayor Croyce is involved too? He simply means he's a business partner. The IBC is the Updowns Foundation's benefactor, so it just so happens the foundation is involved in a major test occurring at the academy. That would mean you've indirectly contributed. That does remind me, I have heard the Orbital Network tests have also begun in the Empire. No surprise, the continent's largest bank is holding clout in every country in some form or another. Quite right, I think that little toss today was preordained by the goddess herself. What do you say to being a guest lecturer at the academy one day if the opportunity arises? Though I'll have to warn you that the teacher-student relationships are strictly forbidden. Why does it feel like you're reciting that from perfect memory? I've been told it many times. You do sound like you're quite the popular fellow, Prince Oliver. May have to steal you away for one night of drinks when this is all over myself. I'd love nothing more, my friend. It'll be a rousing good time. It looks like His Highness and Uncle have really hit it off. I'll say, they're more similar than I thought. Since we're on the subject, mind if I ask how well you hold your liquor? I'd like to think I can hold my own when the libations begin to flow, though I've certainly met my match before. An interesting reaction. The prince looks like he is reminiscing about something. That time he almost died? Yeah? You're right, maybe he has fond memories of a drinking buddy or something like that. Granted, Shira almost killed him several times with alcohol. Since we're on the subject... Oh yeah, wait, that's a fun little reference. Or Anton, by the way. Remember Anton? Rest in peace.
クロスベル警察特務支援課だな。最小閣下がお待ちだ。そのまま入るがいい。
はい。
それでは失礼します。
なんか偉そうですね。
さすが帝国軍人、無駄に威圧的だね。
Almost didn't see him there. I was like, where the hell is he?
失礼します。オズボーン最小閣下。
クロスベル警察特務支援課、お招きにより参上しました。
入ってきたまえ。この光景、実に見事だ。地上をこの高さから見下ろせるような建造物をかつて栄華を誇ったという古代文明に届く所業だろうな。
Well, I mean, we don't have a flying city yet, so maybe not quite there.
確かに。
1200年前のゼムリア文明のことですね。
ああ。なんでも魔法みたいに便利な文明があったそうだが、
単なる理想郷というわけでは必ずしもなかったようだ。昨年リベールの異変時に出現した巨大な浮遊都市。
Shit was crazy, as the kids say.
あれもゼムリアの時代に建造され、そして人の手で封印されたそうだ。人の可能性と愚かさの象徴として。
人の可能性と愚かさ。
その随分お詳しいのですね。
それほどでもない。特にクロスベルに関してはヨアヒムなる教団司祭ほどにも真実に至っていない。
そんなことまで。
それにわからないことがあるからこそ、手の内が全て見えたゲームなど退屈の極みというものだ。
I guess.
そう思わないか、ワジヘミスフィ
ア。That's odd.
僕の名前もご存知なのか。いや、逆に名前しか知らないということかな。
いや、そして興味がないというだけのことだ。闘神の継承の方が。
Okay, we get it. You did your research. You don't have to flex on us.
帝国軍情報局。素晴らしい情報収集能力をお持ちのようですね。
エレボニア帝国政府代表ギリアス・オズボーンだ。諸君のことはレクターからいろいろと聞いている。それでは残りの休憩時間、
I mean, define friendly.
話に付き合ってもらおうか。
それで最小閣下、お話に付き合うというのは一体どういう。
どうやら大抵のことはすでにご存知みたいです
が。なに、単なるおしゃべりだ。
The fact that the music just cut out makes me think that that's not true.
もしくは意識調査と言い換えてもいいだろう。
意識調査。
ああ、直裁に尋ねよう。君たちはこのクロスベルがどれだけ持つと考えている。
I mean, pretty long, in all honesty.
また露骨な質問だね。
別に大はない。ただ栄枯盛衰は歴史の常。ましてや動力革命によってあらゆるものが加速し始めた。
I mean, if you're gonna say that, what makes you think Erebonia is gonna last forever? I mean, y'all got problems too.
この因縁の地がどこまで現状のままでいられると思う。
それは。
いつまでもです。
Tell him, Noel.
守ろうという意志が自治州の民にあるのならば。
ノエル。
そう、意志は常に重要だ。時に趨勢をひっくり返し、歴史そのものを動かすことも稀ではないだろう。人は無力な存在ではない。 私もその可能性を信じている。
それじゃあ。
だがその石同士がぶつかり合った場合はどうだ？簡単だ。小さな石はより大きな石に飲み込まれ、その火星を大きくするだろう。そうして生まれた豪華が地上にいくつも現れた時。
Oh, metaphorical, of course. Metaphorical hellfire, right? Right?
あらゆる正義と倫理は灼熱に溶け、世界は一面の炎に包まれる。そんな光景が容易に原始できるのではないか。
I think someone needs to be introduced to Tonfa Clock.
確かに帝国や共和国に比べたら小さな石かもしれません。ですが大きな炎が小さな炎を必ず飲み込むとは限らないでしょう。かつて帝国の侵攻を退けたリベール王国のように。
Oh, get him, Lloyd.
12年前の100日戦役か。
その通り。意志には強さが問われる。リベールの小さくも強き意志が帝国の大きく乱れた意志に見事打ち勝ったということ。それは確かにクロスベルにとって一つの教訓と言えるだろう。果たしてクロスベルの民にリベールの民ほどの誇りと強さが備わっている。
You want to put that to the test? Because we will smack you right here and there.
休憩時間も終わりだ。話はここまでとしておく。ああ、帝国政府からは特に勲章を送るつもりはない。
But
下手に平民に勲章を送ったら貴族勢力がうるさいのでね。
お前たち運が良かったな。
I mean, he should consider himself fortunate because we could have beat his ass 10 times over if we wanted to.
あれほど上機嫌な閣下はあまり見られるものではない。おいおい、何の冗談だ。お前たちのことを気に入ったということだろう。重い言葉かもしれんが、まずは受け止めてみるがいい。私の立場から言えたことではないがな。
とてつもなかったわね。
I mean, for all his blustering, right? I mean, Erebonia, like, isn't in a position to actually enter into a conflict with Crossbell, like, at all? Just because of their own internal issues? Like, I mean, that would be, like, the stupidest thing ever, was, like, engaging in a military conflict with another nation. Especially considering there's always the chance that Librel or Calvard can get involved. Like, it's just bluster, really. Like, even if you could assure that it would just be a fight against Crossbell, right? Like, using any of your military forces when you have, like, an active, like brewing rebellion against you just does not seem like a very smart idea.
ああ、なんていうか、立ってる次元が違う気がする。ティオ、大丈夫か？
はい、なんとかあの人から伝わってきた炎のイメージが強烈すぎてめまいを起こしましたけど。
無理ないよ。私ですら何か見えた気がしたもの。
鉄血宰相か。まさに怪物って感じだね。クロスベル程度なら人飲みにしてしまいそうだな。
でも俺たちをなぶるために呼び出したわけでもないだろう。大統領もそうだけど、俺たちに興味があったというのも嘘じゃないと思う。ならいい勉強をさせてもらったと考えた方がいいかもしれないな。
I mean, we've come a long way from busting up gangs in the downtown district.
あなたのそういうところはちょっと真似できないわね。
ああ、ポジティブすぎんだろ。
でも確かに落ち込んでも仕方ないですよ。
そうですね。得られた教訓は生かさないと。
とにかく休憩時間も終わりだ。ダドリーさんのところに戻って会見の結果を伝えておこう。
Alrighty. To the Dudders we go. Same day, 4:30 p.m. Just as Mr. Grimwood had predicted, the discourse became more turbulent in the second half of the conference. Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith continued to raise question after question aimed at Crossbow's security and future. As the conversation wore on, the looks on Mayor Croyce and Speaker McDowell's faces became even more sullen and stern.
問題はたかが宗教団体一つでああも無様に治安が揺らいだことだ。
I mean, that actually is a kind of good point.
それも治安維持組織が操られるなど前代未聞の形によって
詳細については皆様にもお伝えしてあると思いますが、
詳細が問題なのではない。危機管理の質が問題なのだ。事件の際滞在していた帝国人の生命と財産が脅かされた事実もある。そのことについてはどうお考えか。
suck an egg?
待ちたまえ、最初。損害賠償と慰謝料についてはすでに手続きが行われているはずだ。この上さらにミラーを出せというのは我が帝国の度量が問われるだろ
う。いえ、殿下、そういう問題ではありません。問題は彼らがクロスベル自治州政府がどうやって様々な安全を保障できるかです。
Well, okay, you know, you're looking at it like glass half empty. The glass half full scenario is that a dude turned into a demon god and it only took us like 12 hours to resolve the problem. So, I mean, that seems pretty good, in all honesty.
生命の安全、財産の安全、貿易、金融市場への信頼の安全。清掃にかまけ、怪しげな輩どもにつけ込まれるような者たちに果たして保証できましょうか。
だがハルトマン元議長が失脚し腐敗も浄化されつつあると聞く。
Well, I mean, to be fair, everyone knew Hartman was corrupt for a long time before that.
今後は健全な政治体制の下でしっかりとした安全保障の枠組みが築かれればいいのではありませんか。
いやいや、対抗閣下。ことはそう簡単ではありませんぞ。クロスベルの政治風土はもともと腐敗しがちな傾向にあります。ディーター市長、マクダエル議長は政治家としても傑出されていますが、仮に彼らに何かあった場合、逆戻りになるのではありませんか。
I mean, he's not wrong, but that's the same for basically any system of government.
悲観的な話になりますね。
Yeah, see, Chloe knows what she's talking about.
政治に腐敗はつきものです。それはクロスベルだけではなく、我が国も含めてどこも同じ。ならば今はお二人が任期中に健全な政治体制を作れるか見守るべきではないでしょうか。
失礼ながら殿下はお若い。希望を信じたくなる気もわかります。ですがクロスベルは伝統ある王家をいただくリベールとは違うのです。
I mean, wasn't the mayor like the same guy for like 40 years? It's not that different.
よりどころとなる権威のないところでは政治は核もたやすく弱体化する。それは歴史が証明しているでしょう。
それは
我が国には君主はおりませんが、栄誉ある共和国憲章があります。これは100年前の革命の時、さまざまな勢力と民族が集まって作り上げた奇跡的なものでしてな。それを頼りに我が国の政治はたとえ腐敗しても誇りを失わずに存続できたと言えるでしょう。
お言葉ですが、我々にも誇りある自治州法が存在します。歴史的経緯からさまざまな不備が発生しているのも確かですが、それでも少しずつですが改善できているのも確かです。
弁護士、ここ10年で行われた自治州法の追加改正項目はどの
plead the fifth, plead the fifth, plead the cross-bellion fifth.
そうですな。詳しい資料はありませんが、およそ50というところでしょうか。
Okay, that's a lot.
10年でたった50。
Oh wait,
それはいささか
didn't you say
驚きですな。
amendments? Oh, additional laws. Okay, laws pretty bad. 50 amendments to your governing document in 10 years? That'd be a lot, but only 50 laws is a little on the low side.
1年にわずか5つですか。
いえ、ここ数年では増加の傾向にあります。去年は確か12の項目が追加改正されたはずでしたね。
Still haven't gotten around to that hacking thing. Really should get working on that, shouldn't we?
ああ、金融と動力ネットに関する諸項目の追加が多いが、
いずれにせよ、その調子ではとても意義のある安全保障体制が早急に構築できるとも思えぬ。
Well, how many laws have you passed? Huh?
やはり現状を踏まえた対応策を話し合うべきであろう。
ええ、それは同感ですな。
やれやれ、あなた方がそこまで気が合うとは思わなかった。ノルド高原の領有問題についてもすぐに合意できるのではないか。
これは一本取られましたな。
ま、それについては別の機会に話し合いましょ
I
う。
mean, good attempt at deflection there, Oliver.
時間が惜しい。議論を移るべきでしょうな。
わかりました。では、最小閣下の定義の通り。
I mean, that honestly doesn't seem to be going that bad.
イアン先生が心配していた通りですか。
鉄血宰相と大統領に押し切られてるって感じだね。
Yeah, but I mean, they haven't really agreed to anything, right?
反論の糸口はないのかい？
実際、自治州法に様々な構造的欠陥があるのは事実なの。
They're basically just kind of saying stuff that we already know, which is that they want to take over the country.
だからおじい様にしても、ディーターおじ様にしても、反論しにくいのでしょうけど。
だが、その構造的欠陥は70年前の自治州成立時に、その上でのあの強引な発言は到底納得できるもんじゃないな。
は、確信犯ってことかよ。
いずれにせよ、会議の内容は我々の感知するところではない。
Well, I mean, that's just unbelievably untrue, but
今は会議そのものが無事終了することに集中しておけ。
はい、もちろんです。
それではまた一通り巡回を。
捜査一課ダドリーだ。エマ君か。
is it
一体ど
time?
うした？
Is it time for things to start popping off?
なんだ？
何かあったみたいね。
破壊星座と兵ゆえが
Okay.
そ一家の監視を振り切ったらしい。
なんだと？
うろたえるな。これも想定の範囲内だ。何かあったら知らせるから引き続き警戒しておけ。
了解です。
ああ、そうだ。予備の警官隊を動かしてもいいから。
くそ、本当に動きやがったか。一体何をするつもりだ？
ランディさん。
I mean, in theory, I mean, Heiyu and Red Constellation are on our side, right? If they're employed as protection, so...
ランディ、落ち着いてくれ。いくら赤い星座でも、ここに仕掛けるとは思えない。
If anything, I mean, the tower is so freaking safe.
そうね。ビルの正面は警官隊が守っているし。
まさかこんな時に抗争を始めるとか。
それもちょっと不自然な気がするね。
なんですと？
今のは
おじい様。
Oh man, don't have a stroke or heart attack. Oh no, he's standing up.
最小閣下、今何とおっしゃられた？申し訳ないが、今一度繰り返していただきたい。
Okay, has he made his move?
クロスベル警備隊は解体。
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
さらに他国の治安維持部隊をクロスベルに常駐させること、それが 一番現実的だと申し上げた。
Can we hit him with a fat no?
お待ちください。最小閣下は不戦条約の条項を忘れではありませんか。
ああ、武力でクロスベル問題を解決しないよう努める。しかし別に侵略することを意味しているわけではありません。
I have to hit you with a doubt there?
民間人を恐怖に陥れた軍隊もどきの役立たずな組織など解体すべきだと言っているのです。実際クロスベル警備隊など帝国軍または共和国軍の前には存在しないも同然です。高性能な装甲車にしても所詮戦車の前では紙切れ同然。そんなものに高い維持費を使うなら他国の戦力に安全保障を委ねる。それが自治州ごときには一番効率がいいあり方でしょう。
いささか乱暴すぎる意見に思えますが、
その他国の戦力というのはどこを指しているのかな。まさか最小閣下ともあろう人が歴史的経緯を忖度もせず帝国
そうは申していません。ですが必要ならば過去の因縁を水に流してでも帝国軍の力を提供すべきでしょう。それがゼムリア大陸西部の平和と発展につながる。
The only person threatening peace are you and the other dude. You know?
まあまあ、皆さんそう熱くならずに。最小閣下の提案は私もいささか強引に思えますな。ただまあ警備隊などという軍にもなりきれない治安維持組織が中途半端というのもわかります。
それでは
そこで提案なのですが、警備隊は規模を大幅に縮小。
I mean, are you guys even like that doesn't even make any that makes less sense than just disbanding it because it's a corrupt organization. If anything, you should be building it up because it's too weak and ineffective. Like if we buy their logic that it's weak and ineffective, you should be building it up further, right?
代わりにベルガード門を帝国軍、タングラム門を共和国軍が管理するというのはどうですかな。そうすればクロスベル市の有事にもすぐに駆けつけることができましょう。
大統領、それは
検討に値するかと。
I don't really know what the end goal here is because I mean it's not like they can split Crossbow, right? I mean you kind of basically you just want the city and you know you're not really gonna be able to split the city down the middle. I mean it's kind of been done in the past, but
さすがは大統領
like in like actual history.
あまたの野党の突き上げを裁きながら政権運営されているだけはあります。
It's not really, you know, the most feasible feat to do long term.
顔面な貴族勢力を抑えて改革をされている最小閣下に比べれば。
So it just seems kind of like odd that they would be collaborating. Because I mean, eventually their countries are gonna have to fight each other over Crossbow. Like that's the end game.
いい加減にしたまえ。ここは二国だけの会議ではないぞ。
ほほ、これは失礼した。いずれにせよ、かような方向に議論は流れてきたわけだが。
Oh, look at the time. Meeting concluded. See y'all again in 10 years.
お二人の意見はどうかな。
ひどい。むちゃくちゃです。
よくもあそこまで面の皮が厚くなれるもんだぜ。
でも全く根拠がない提案というわけではないわ。こういう流れにだけはなってほしくなかったけど。
ここがしのぎどころって感じだけど。
こんな時に
ダドリーさんから。
はい、バニングスで。
俺だ、セルゲイ。
セルゲイ課長、どうしたんですか。
時間がない。手短に話す。ソーニャから連絡があった。
That's not
タン
good.
グラム、ベルガード両門の付近に設置されたレーダー施設が破壊。
That's really not good.
自治州領空に侵入する不審な飛行船を捕捉するため。
Ah, okay. So this just reinforces their proposal that, hey, Crossbill can't defend itself, so like if they get attacked. Okay, so that's how this kind of plays into furthering their ambitions, this whole terrorist thing. That like, hey, look, we only survived because we took the extra steps to employ Red Constellation and Heiyu. If it wasn't for them, we would have, you know, died, and it would have been Crossbill's fault. See, we really need to take over their security. It's a good plan.
わかりました。
どうしたの？
まさかおじきどもが何かやらかしたのか。
いや、そっちじゃなくて。
皆さん、少々よろしいか。今この場で語られている安全保障の議論について一つ私の方から提案させてほしいことがあります。ほう。
Oh, is this his plan?
おとなしいと思っていたが、何をおっしゃられるおつもりかな。
ええ、それは
方々下がられよ。
飛行艇。
Okie dokie. Guys, why are you just standing there?
まさかテロリストどもか。
ここで来たか。ご安心を。砲撃にも耐えられる特注の強化ガラスです。ですが念のため全員お下がりください。
No, don't hustle or nothing.
殿下、ご無事ですか。
なんとか。
今のラインフォルドの高速艇か。ああ、間違いないだろ
う。もう一隻はベルヌ社の軍用ガンシップですね。
ええ。I guess the terrorists are working together?
皆さん、ご無事ですか。
ああ、なんとか。
しかし連中はどこ
へ。聞こえているようだな。会議に出席されている方々、我々は帝国解放戦線である。
And we'll hear what the Imperial Liberation Front has to say in the next video. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.